First up, I'm not here to say who is innocent, who is guilty. I'm not here to cape for anyone. But you need to use what Shannon Sharp is going through as a teachable moment. What P. Diddy is going through as a teachable moment. Again, I'm not saying who is innocent or who is guilty. Pay attention to the common denominator. Pay attention to how sex and women are used to tarnish and bring down these men. I'm not here caping for R. Kelly, right? Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson. Pay attention to the common denominator. Pay attention how the enemy use, right, the common denominator to bring them down, to tarnish their reputation, right? If the enemy, whatever the enemy is, cannot use sex in an adult situation, then he's going to use accusation. They don't have to prove it. They're going to use accusation of pedophilia to destroy you, Michael Jackson. They don't have to prove it. They just have to levy the accusation against your name. And all people hear is the accusation. They don't ask the questions. They don't connect the dots. Right? They just want to hear the accusation. You are instantly guilty of it. That is how the enemy works. So if he cannot put a female or a male to destroy you, he's going to send someone to levy accusation of pedophilia. Sex discipline. Sex discipline is what is needed in today's time. Right? First up, we're going to do an honorable mention of Joseph from the Bible. Yeah. Because when Potiphar's wife repeatedly tried to seduce him and it did not work, she levied accusation against him. What did she do? Levied accusation. So if they cannot get you with the regular traps, they're going to levy pedophilia accusation against you. Pay attention. Nothing new under the sun. Sex discipline is what you need. You need to be disciplined, especially when it comes on to sex. Not everything you see you should want. Not everything you should desire or allow in your life. Discipline, especially sex discipline, is what you need. The enemy has been using sex for centuries to destroy and tarnish the work of black men. Let us go into King David. King David, a man of the Most High's own heart. When you look on where King David is coming from as a child to a mighty king, a warrior, right? When you look where he's coming from, and it only took a moment to get between him and the Most High, to destroy, or should I say, to tarnish his legacy. It took a woman and sex, placed conveniently for him to see. Bathsheba, Uriah's only wife. King David had many wives, right? Now, let us get into another example, right? Bathsheba's son from David, King Solomon. And if you should ask me my opinion, Solomon should have never been given the throne. That is my opinion. Solomon should have never been given the throne. When you think about how his father came into contact with his mother, he shouldn't have been given the throne. But there you have it, right? No, King Solomon, in all his wisdom and might, couldn't have seen this downfall. Solomon, like his father, loved women too much. And he loved strange women. He loved strange flesh. We're talking about, the Bible account talks about the daughter of Pharaoh, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Edomites, the Zidonians, and the Hittites. And all of these women end up turning his heart against the Most High. Right? All of these strange flesh that he chased after, like men today. All of these strange flesh that they chased after turned them against the Most High. And his gift his legacy is tarnished. And most importantly, his relationship with the Most High. Pay attention to how women and sex is used. That is what you need to pay attention to. Another great man with talent, Samson. Yeah, Samson and Delilah. Now, Samson saw this Philistine woman, and told his parents to fetch her because she pleased him. Why? It goes to show that these strange flesh please these Israelite men, these Hebrew men. They have black women believing that they should be modest, they should be unkept, they should wear a blouse in a blouse, their dresses swinging on the floor, and all of that, being unkept and smelling like baby puke, being pregnant every year, is what's going to keep you closer to the Most High. While the enemy, his women are well kept. They are with grace. They look good. They smell good. Right? They're not out here dressed half naked. Believe that. The enemy's women, they are dressed gracefully and tastefully and appropriately. Time and season, these women are dressed. Notice, while you Hebrew Israelite women, you look like a hot mess. And that is why the eyes of your men stray to strange flesh easily. Right? Easy. No, I'm not caping for Shannon Sharp. I'm not caping for P. Diddy. I'm not here swearing for R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby. What I'm here saying is pay attention to how the enemy works. He uses sex and women to destroy your legacy, to tarnish it, to destroy you, and most importantly, to get between your relationship with the Most High. And if they cannot use sex like that, then they're going to find someone to levy pedophilia accusation. Those are the main weapons of the enemy. But always remember, false accusation can never stand. Right? When it comes down to somebody who is walking in righteousness, just like how Potiphar's wife tried to falsely accuse Joseph, and Joseph came out on top. Right? Because Joseph ran. Right? And that is why you need to be mindful and you need to be careful, and you should always pay attention to the past. Pay attention to people's mistakes. You can learn from it. It's not about who is innocent, who is guilty, who is right, who is wrong. Pay attention to who is levying the accusation, how they come up with the evidence. Pay attention to all of that, because you can learn a lot. Messages are stored, recordings are made, right, over a period of time, and these people smiling and laughing because they are going to levy accusation and try to bring up a case against you. But when it comes down to people of the Most High who are walking in righteousness like Joseph, you will always come out on top, shining, victorious. We can learn from the past, right? So let us not look on Shannon Sharp with scorn and laugh and strike judgment. Learn. We need to pray and say, glory be to the Most High.